Description. Before commencing this game, the ladies and gentlemen in equal number proceed separately to the nomination of 2 examiners, one of each sex. The players then stand in a line, the ladies forming the right and the gentlemen the left wing. At each extremity, the examiners are placed with a desk or writing materials before them, for they are charged with all the management of the game. Each party then prepares a series of questions, disposed in triplets, allotting an equal number to each couple of the persons playing. These questions are disposed in the following manner. For the ladies, if I could make up my mind to accept a lover, I should require him to have: First lady, hair, eyebrows, complexion. Second lady, forehead, nose, chin. Third lady, eyes, cheeks, ears. Fourth lady, mouth, teeth, neck. Fifth lady, head, shoulders, gait. Sixth lady, arms, hands, nails. Seventh lady, knees, legs, feet. For the gentleman, if I am ever induced to pay my addresses to a lady, she must at least possess the following attractions. First gentleman, figure, face, voice. Second gentleman, birth, fortune, talents. Third gentleman, character, feeling, wit. Fourth gentleman, sight, hearing, understanding. Fifth gentleman, touch, taste, behavior. Sixth gentleman, sleep, appetite, memory. Seventh gentleman, health, manners, inclinations. These questions may be increased or diminished according to the number of the persons who play. When these requisites are all written down, the female examiner addresses the lady nearest to her and requires her to fill up the blanks opposite her name. For instance, hair, brown; eyebrows, gray; complexion, olive. People must avoid using the same quality twice in the same series of questions. For instance, after brown hair, brown eyebrows or brown complexion cannot be added without incurring a forfeit. The same form must be observed successively with all the rest of the ladies. During the same time, the male examiner commences at the head of his line and requires successively the gentlemen to fill the blanks left opposite to their names. Suppose number 1 puts figure, slender, face, oval, voice, musical. When both sides of the line have completed this task, the female examiner addresses to gentleman number 1 the same triplet which was proposed to lady number 1, saying, if you were about to choose a lover, of what color would you choose her hair? White. Her eyebrows? Red. Her complexion? Yellow. If the gentleman should chance to name the same color already written by the lady, he incurs a forfeit for each coincidence. The examiner notes down all these replies. Then, returning to the lady, he asks, article by article, the reasons of her taste, which he also commits to paper. He then returns to the gentleman to inquire in like manner his motives, which ought to differ from those expressed by the lady. If the couple happen to coincide in the choice of a color or any particular indication, the responses are taken into consideration by the company, and the person whose reply is the least approved shall pay a forfeit, being condemned as defective in point of wit, policy, ingenuity, etc. This demands, however, some illustration. Suppose the lady number 1 to assign the following reasons to justify her choice. First order of response. I choose his hair brown because that is the color of my dear mother's, whose tresses I have always considered beautiful. No one could object to this for its amiability. I choose his eyebrows gray because I attached to that an idea of wisdom and grandeur. I choose his complexion to be olive because the olive is my favorite tree, on account of its being consecrated to peace, in the bonds of which I ever hope to live with my beloved husband. We will suppose no persons, or at least no majority of any company, would condemn these responses. Second order of response. I choose his hair brown because that is the color of my spaniel. I never can consent to love anyone who does not resemble my darling lapdog. I choose his eyes gray because I have invented a wash for dyeing the hair, and I wish to make numerous experiments on that of my love, before I take out His Majesty's Royal Letters Patent to secure me all the profit of a discovery so interesting to those who wish to change the complexion of their whiskers or renovate their faded periwigs. I choose his complexion to be olive because the handsomest man I ever saw happens to have a skin precisely of that color. Third order of response. I choose his hair to be brown because I like a bit of the brown. I choose his eyebrows gray because Gray is my favorite author. I choose his complexion olive because I like always to have olives at my table. Certainly these last three would all be found worthy of a forfeit. Ridiculous, however, as they are, many answers not less absurd will occur during the course of every game. Persons of wit and ingenuity, however, will not fail to strike out many things facetious and amusing. The male examiner follows the same plan, and questions the ladies respecting the queries proposed to the gentlemen whose numbers correspond with their own. Then he exposes the motives which have influenced the choice of each couple in numerical order, until the respective merits of each have been determined.